Hello, this is the Bear With Me podcast. Dang it, hold on.
We're keeping this in.
Okay, reset.
You better keep that in.
Hello, this is the Bear With Me podcast with AP and KP, and as always, go Bears!
That was still wrong. You just say, "Hey Bear Nation."
I haven't said that for a while.
You said, "Hey Bear With Me podcast."
Oh, dang it.
That's all right. That's all right. Keep going.
Okay, anyways,
We're fine.
sorry, Bear Nation.
We're keeping all of that in.
Yes. You have seen the mistakes behind the scenes.
Yes.
We have, as always, a special guest with us today. If you'd like to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Derek Sims. I'm one of the 7th grade teachers here at the Junior/Senior High School, and I coach the 8th grade volleyball team.
The brand new coach of the 8th grade volleyball team this year.
Congratulations.
So. Thanks.
Excited.
Yeah.
Derek, just if you want to start, just tell us a little about yourself. I guess just all about you.
Okay. Well, I'm 27 and still figuring everything out.
Mm-hmm.
I graduated in 2016 from Elwood High School, so about 50 minutes away from here. Went down to school in Indianapolis. I'm a Butler grad, but 2020,
nice.
so
Go Bulldogs.
pushed right through COVID. Bounced around a little bit. Didn't plan on going into education, and then found myself here in 2023. So I'm entering my 3rd year. I absolutely love it.
Good. What did you get your degree in from Butler?
My degree is in psychology.
Okay.
I have minors in chemistry and neuroscience, and
And you decided to teach.
So
English.
what do you teach here? English.
yep.
Okay. Well,
So what was the
Easy enough.
what was the original? I guess what was your original?
plan.
What to do with your degree?
Well, so I interviewed at the IU School of Medicine. I was going to go into psychiatry. I wanted to do pediatrics. And then COVID rolled around. I spent 3 months on my couch and realized I don't want to be a doctor at all. So I floated around, had to figure out what could I do with a bachelor's in psychology, which is limited. I was a social worker for 2 years, and then kind of circled back around to teaching. I'd always wanted to do it, but I had a few of my own teachers at Elwood who tried to talk me out of it just before graduation, and it worked at the time.
But then here we are today.
Yep.
Exactly.
What's your
Good.
connection with here, Derek? I can't remember.
I came out here because David Rutherford was
yeah.
my high school principal.
Oh, okay.
Freaking David. Hey, he's been on the podcast.
Yeah, he has. How's he doing? Have you talked to him?
Wonderful. Yeah,
Good.
he's doing good. We text every now and again.
Where'd he go?
He's at Madison Grant, the
That's
principal there.
That's right.
We have figured out that Derek has never listened to the podcast. We won't hold it against you. He said he's going to listen to this one.
We
And,
need to start making a list and
Yeah.
put it like.
yeah.
right
Also, hey, Avery Thomas.
Hey Avery, I said hi to you when you came in. You still haven't listened to the podcast.
We need to ask if she's listening.
There's
It's been
no
like
way
it's been like a year.
We need to go figure out what class she's in. Go like pull her out. Like Avery, come in here.
Hey, KP to Becky. I need my radio.
We need Avery, please.
Yes. We won't hold it against you though. As long as you listen to this one, we'll be good.
Does Jill listen to the podcast?
I don't know. I would doubt.
Okay, go on.
Derek, what are your thoughts on Jill Thomas?
Lovely individual.
Love you, Jill.
That was good. All right. Derek, have you always been your 7th grade English?
Yep.
You said. Have you always been that since you've been here?
Yes.
Okay. And then is it just 7th graders that you have, or do you have any high school classes at all?
I've always had a high school class. I taught the PCC class my first year here, so they're currently juniors now. Last year I had an English 11 spot, and now I've got the sophomore honors.
Nice. How's everything going so far? We're at day 5 of school.
Pretty good, but they fill out my room. There's 28 of them.
Dang, that's a big
And you
class.
moved rooms. I didn't realize that till I literally walked out the door and I was like, oh,
I
Derek's not
didn't
there
remember that
anymore.
many rooms being down that hallway. I thought there was only like 2 or 3.
No, I love it. It's the most positive spot in the whole building, or the place to be.
There.
Is Millennium Room still down there?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't know.
Adam graduated 14 years ago, so
10.
he doesn't remember things.
No, I've not been down that hallway since then probably.
Did you choose to make that change? Who was there? Where were you at?
Huh?
You were over in the thing.
Yeah, I was in the pod.
And then now you're in...
Now I moved into what used to be... oh, my God.
Is Pugsley's at the very end?
Yeah. It was Harris, and then it was Schrack. And now it's me.
Okay.
I just remember the left side. Sean Gray at the very end, Leanne Bakke, and Christine Burnett. Yep.
Yep.
And I think the resource room was one of the rooms across the street, across the
Seventh grade English. Who would that have been when we were in school?
Amy Brown.
I don't know what she did. I didn't have her, so I have no idea. No, wait. It may have been.
She was very small.
May have been Linton. That's Miss Reese. Mrs. Reese. That's here now.
So I had,
Or Miss Reese.
yeah, Amy. I think she was 7th, and then Becky Cox was in 8th, and then I had Becky again in high school.
Derek, and do you still live in Elwood?
No, I live in Fishers.
Fisher. That's right. We've had that conversation. So it takes you 50.
55 minutes.
Shoo, that's a trip.
Has it gotten easier to make that drive over the years, or?
I think so. It's something that I mentally say like, oh, I don't want to do this. Especially when I'm coming home from practice and getting home at 7:30.
Yeah.
But it's something that you just get more comfortable with. I know that I can listen to one entire Lizzo album before I hit 32. It's only like 30 seconds off from Pageant Material by Casey Musgraves.
There you go.
That's
fantastic.
So big music guy.
I am, yeah.
Okay, who your favorite artist is?
Oh,
At the current moment.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm flopping.
Hey, it's okay. I'll think of some. Right now, who I've been listening to the most is Creed, because we just had
We just went to the concert.
Yeah, we went to the
Okay.
concert
It's
Saturday.
fantastic.
And then I've really been in I Prevail this year. Well, yeah, pretty much.
Is that who you
since
saw
this
with
year.
Chase?
Yeah, they're a heavy metal band.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. Those are my two right now, probably. AP,
I just put it on like,
Shuffling.
yeah, just shuffle different, like 90s to early 2000s, 80s, that type stuff.
Yeah.
And I really I like Vincent Boone a lot, like
I've heard it, yeah.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm really into those small, like, barely reaching a million monthly listeners on Spotify. Me and my friends actually do a thing called Music League, which it's an app that's put through, it's like partnered with Spotify. Essentially, you get your group together, and then they give you playlist prompts. You have to decide a song that has a name in it is the round that we're on right now. Everybody submits a song, Spotify will generate a playlist, and then you go through and you listen to it, and you get 10 points, so you get to assign to different
Okay.
That
songs.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah, that's
I want to
awesome.
do that.
What's it called?
It's called Music League. It's a little purple
Music
app, but
League.
we're in league number 5. We've been doing it for a long time.
I never even
There
heard
we
of
go.
that.
Finally managed to win league number 4
Yes. There you go.
after being chronically
No.
second place.
Noah Khan's another one I like a lot.
He's pretty popular in there.
I don't know if I've really listened to that many new.
I don't listen
If
to
I-
a whole lot of new stuff.
Whenever I listen to like pop stuff, it's metal versions of pop songs.
Goes
That's the only,
Yeah, Pop Goes Punk.
So actually, I Prevail that I listened to, they made their actual first big hit on YouTube was cover of Blank Space by T Swift.
Okay.
Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
the only reason I knew of them,
So that's how I've heard of
and
them.
that's the only reason I knew those lyrics.
That's
because,
how
yeah.
I've heard of them.
Now I know T Swift lyrics because of Kinsey. Shout out to Kinsey.
Not shout out to Liz. I was showing her the podcast from last week, and that part came up, and she just laughed. My wife doesn't listen to the podcast,
I figured out Kinsey
so she's going to be on the list.
every now and again. It's gonna be a post-it note. We're gonna
Every time it's number 1.
zoom in everything. Oh. All right, Derek, and then like I said, this is new for you. You picked up 8th grade volleyball coach.
I did.
Tell us a little bit how that process worked and how's it going so far.
Well, my family was always a volleyball family. My sister started in at Munciana when she was younger, so I would go along to all the practices and all the tournaments. And I started wanting to play too, so I started. And then it was something that my friend group picked up after we graduated college, so I'd been playing for a little while. And then, shuffling of coaches, la-di-da-di-da, Rick ends up becoming the varsity head coach, and he comes down to me. He's like, I really want you to look into doing one of these coaching spots, whether you're assisting with high school or you're doing junior high. And so, step out and try something new. And I really, really liked the 8th grade class that I guess they're currently 8th grade. I had them as students last year, and they're really, really a good set of students. And I saw them play. They're a good set of athletes. So it seemed like a really good group to sort of try my hand at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's been going good.
It has. They've got really, really good attitudes. We just finished tryouts, so we're sort of able to move into the more concrete part of
Permanent.
our practice season.
Yeah. Get everything figured out. And you have, how many do you have out there?
Let's see. I've got 11.
11.
Yeah.
And 7th grade has
It's a good little team.
12. 11 or 12? Yeah.
Yep.
That's pretty solid.
That's a
'cause
solid team, yeah.
We currently have 13 total JV varsity players.
wow.
So this 8th grade class will help.
That's one of my goals.
I really hope
Yeah, that's
they all
crazy.
stay at it. And yeah, the number's down a little bit this year, but I think JV varsity wise, I still think we'll be good. But I'm excited for junior high to start. Do you know when I should know this, but do you know when your first match is?
Got moved to the 26th.
26. Oh, yeah, because it was the Dennis. Because it was on, God, it was going to be on Labor Day.
Yep.
Yes. Well, good. Any, yep, mine went blank. I don't know what I was going to say. You want to transition to the Craig Knuckles dad
Sure.
jokes section? Derek, was Craig here when you were, we asked, we asked Rick that last week, 2 weeks ago.
I had to
was.
go to the one last week to see what ones I did last week because I just pulled it from the same list.
We need to get the
We need to get a book. Yeah. Okay. What brand of underwear do scientists wear? Calvin Klein.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
I know. How do cows stay up to date?
Calendar.
The moose paper.
I do like the calendar, though.
calendar. That's almost better. Last one. Where do pirates get their hooks?
I don't.
Second-hand stores. I thought all three of them were pretty good.
They were.
I thought they were pretty good.
We need to figure out that one from whenever, I can't remember what podcast we were on.
That was the best one we
it,
had.
it caught me out of left field, man. Oh, my
I
gosh.
can't remember what it was though.
Dying.
I don't even remember who it was.
Yeah. Derek, tell us, you mentioned you had a sister at least that played volleyball. How many siblings do you have?
She's the only one.
All right. The dynamic duo, kind of like me and AP.
Mm-hmm. What's her name by chance?
Delaney
What was your last name? I'm sorry.
Sims.
I worked at Munciana
Okay.
from 2011 to 13, maybe something like that.
Is your sister older than you, or?
Younger.
Okay. You would not have.
I don't recognize the name, but
It'd have been close.
yeah, I don't recognize the name.
What's she up to now?
She is working in the prosecutor's office in Anderson. Eventually wants to go to law school.
All right.
Dang,
Did she go to college?
She
on her.
did. She went to Ball State, graduated in 22.
nice.
Chirp, chirp.
And then, what do your parents do for a living?
My dad's been in a factory for what'll be close to 35 years. I think
Nice.
he's like
That's
fifth
awesome.
in seniority there.
Heck yeah,
Heck yeah,
They
baby.
make
work his
part-
way up.
Yep. They make parts for Subaru and Toyota.
Oh, okay.
And then my mom was a certified public accountant for a long time. And then I think in fall of 2019, she jumped over and she works full time for one of her old clients, our restaurant group, the one that I wait tables at in the summertime.
Oh, yeah. Transition to that.
Okay, yeah.
Run with the pack.
There you go.
All right, tell us about that, because I forgot. Derek, you told me about working summers, and I knew you enjoyed that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I wait tables at Wolfie's on Geist, so I'm down in the rich
I was
neighborhoods.
gonna say you're right there with them all.
Oh, yes.
I drove around that like my wife and I were going somewhere and I can't remember what it was, but I'd never been, close to it, and we had to go around the lake and just the houses and just, cars, and it's just wild. Because that's where you stayed for a little bit, right?
Yeah, my
With
cousin
Brian?
Brian lives on Geist with his wife Lisa, and first of all, great house. Lisa owns a dealership, and then Brian's been in sales, I think, forever. But I think she had the house before they got married. But I did an internship at the Monroe Center. First of all, the Monroe Center is great, but they let me have the whole basement to myself because it was just them and their
Doggy.
youngest daughter, and
it's isn't it from Frozen?
Elsa.
Elsa.
Yes, good call.
That's the only reason I remember
that was good. But yeah, I had the whole basement. It was a fully furnished basement, and then that bedroom down there, and I was just like, this is wild.
He's like, can I live here for the rest of my life?
Yeah, that's the year I started my run streak, so I'd run around there. I'm like, this is just castles. This is all I'm seeing.
It's wild.
What stories you got from waiting tables? I'm sure you got some.
What's this show rated?
Hey, Derek, this is a school podcast. If your kids can't say it, then you can't say it either.
Oh no, I just get some.
I can
some
make the video
folks.
not for kids.
Yeah.
Silly folks. Let's see.
Actually, I know what you're talking about now because I feel like you told me. Yeah.
Yeah, there are some funny
We'll talk
stories.
about this after.
Okay.
But let's see. One of the, I guess, fun ones is that I never know who's going to come in. Sounds like the beginning of Pawn Stars. You never know what's going to walk through that door. But when I see people that I know from life outside of the restaurant, it always catches me by surprise. I walked up one time to an old teacher that I had. She lived down in Fishers. But I had known her for a long time. She was an elementary teacher, and then she moved to middle school. She had no clue who I was.
Even better.
Yeah.
So I was trying to remind her of that. And then what kind of knocked me aback was one of my students came in. It was my first day back this summer. And I saw her at the host table. And I walk up, and I'm kind of looking at her like this, trying to figure out, is that actually you before I make a fool of myself? And then she's doing the exact same thing to me because she's thinking, what's my English teacher?
Why is he waiting?
Exactly.
Waiting
Why
tables?
are you holding a Philly cheesesteak? Where's the textbook?
Yeah.
And so that was, I don't know, kind of fun.
That's
It just
funny.
where different worlds collide.
Yeah. Now, what kind of restaurant is that? I've never been down there.
I describe it as like upscale Applebee's.
I can get along.
We should go next summer.
Yeah.
Same price as better quality food.
Hey, Derek, when you work, AP and I are coming.
Yeah, we're coming.
Employee discount. Yeah. Derek, we ask every guest this. What has been, and this is year 3 you said for you? Mm-hmm. What, out of the 3 years you've been here, what is your favorite MC moment or moments, if you have a couple?
I have one that stands out. I really, really like working with all my students, whether you come in knowing everything about English or whether you know very little, whether it comes easy to you or whether you struggle. And I was talking with one student last year, really great personality, super outgoing, but really, really struggles with his reading and writing. And we had developed a really good relationship over the course of time. And he was, I guess, a little bit hesitant of his ability. He was one of my stronger students in his class. He never got below like an 85%. Strong student. And we were sitting in a classroom one day, and there were a few other students around. It was a small group. And he says, you know, it's funny. This is near the end of last school year. It's funny because I did super, super well in your class, but I'm not good at English. And I looked at him and I said, but what if you actually are?
Right.
He had been told all through elementary school, this isn't, this is supposed to be a struggle for you. You're always going to struggle with your reading and writing. But here you are, succeeding. Mm-hmm. You can't.
Boom, elementary teachers.
Well, I mean, you always encourage your students to do whatever they
Right.
can. Don't let them feel like their limits are always going to be a limit.
Right.
When
there's not.
Right. You can do whatever you want to do. You can find success. Right. And yes, some people will struggle with something for a long time. But if the results are there, you don't deny them just because of what someone said. No. And he got the biggest smile on his face when I said that, because I think it was the first time he ever heard it.
Yeah. Made your year.
Mm-hmm. That's fantastic.
Oh, wrong one. Oh, deserves a round of applause. That's awesome, Derek.
That is
good call.
Fun.
Good job.
That's fantastic.
I guess also what since you do live so far away, what keeps you coming to MC and working here?
This podcast.
love my coworkers. I've had some awesome people mentoring me. This is my first teaching job, so I came in scared.
Scared.
I came in scared.
Oh, yeah.
And they've been super supportive in helping develop me as a teacher. I think I've learned a lot from them. But they're also just friendly people to talk to.
Right.
You know, at a lot of jobs you worry about whether you're going to fit in with the crowd or whether you might, find yourself in an environment where there's drama or negativity. And at least with the ones that I associate myself with, there's none of that. We don't let that happen. And I keep showing up for that. The other reason that I was thinking about, like, why I'm still here is because of what Monroe Central is to the students who come here. This is a huge school district. So back in Elwood, where it's only the size of, 13 blocks in any direction, you're 13 years old and you want to hang out with a friend, you call them on our landline phone, and then you rode your bike over there, and you were there in 10 minutes, and you can hang out, do whatever. But when your school district is 80 square miles inside.
I'm not sure. Pretty long
bike
way.
rides around here.
Exactly. That's
Park and farmland, baby.
That's not going to happen,
No,
and especially if it's even further, because a
Right.
lot of kids live out of district.
Yeah.
So school is their chance to be able to see their friends and do
Yeah.
things. The role that Monroe Central serves in the lives of its students, for connection's sake, is super, super special, and to be a small part of it, I find valuable.
Oh, absolutely.
Very philosophical.
That was very good.
That's
that Butler education coming in.
I always like, because so Adam and I are both from here, and we've only lived in Parker.
Yeah.
Oh, we did live
lived
in
in
Muncie.
Muncie.
I lived with you.
Yep, you did.
Oh, come down. But from seeing an outside person that wasn't grown up in our community to say that stuff about MC,
That's fantastic.
Makes you feel special.
Yeah.
And MC is special, and that's what we're trying to do with this podcast. You know?
It is.
But it works out well. Derek, what hobbies do you have outside of this place?
Oh, let's see. Well, I read a lot, but that's what you expect.
What's your favorite books right now?
Let's see. I just finished my first Stephen King book, and I absolutely loved that. But I tend to lean more towards the classics. I like the old stuff. It's boring, and most people won't read it unless you have a quiz over it. But I like it. That's what made me an English teacher.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Reading, I love to do puzzles. I love to go and try new restaurants with friends. Basically, any kind of social opportunity I have,
You take it.
I'm still the class clown, even though I try to push that down between 9 to 5. From 5 to 9, I love cracking jokes and being around people.
Yeah.
We got you guys. Keep that socialite up, right? Sorry.
Calm down.
I do want to. We need to figure out before I do. I'll want to do the athletics upcoming. Are we putting this out tomorrow or next Wednesday?
Huh?
When are we gonna put this out?
Well, it depends on if you get me the. You should have brought your laptop.
Yeah. This is gonna come out.
Can you run home and?
No.
Okay.
This is gonna come out next Wednesday. Well, I guess I can do it tonight and schedule it.
Yeah, and if you can get me the stuff, I can try to do it real quick tonight.
Okay, we are going to put this out tomorrow, which is
Okay, well,
this will come out on August 14th.
The non-video will for sure be out. I'll
Yes.
try to get the video.
The
tonight.
audio will be out.
Yeah.
Sorry, Derek. We had to talk through that.
Behind the scenes again.
Yes. So in that case, I'm going to pull up. So this is coming out on August 14th. So today is August 14th. And I know we have our first home girls golf match. That is with Lincoln and Muncie Burris. The golfers did get second yesterday, Monday, between Union County and Eastern Hancock. There's 8 girls on the team, and VP, as always, is the helm of the girls golf program.
VP.
And otherwise, we don't have any events. Thursday the 15th, August 16th, Friday, we have our first football scrimmage. It is at Adams Central High School, so a little bit of a drive there. That's at 7 p.m. And then our girls golfers will be active again this weekend, Saturday, August 17th, in the SHS invite, which is Shenandoah High School. That's what we have for the week. Next week we have a very busy week. The girls golf team is golfing a couple times. The high school volleyball opens up Tuesday with Union City, and Thursday with Muncie Burris. First football game is Friday the 23rd with Winchester. 2 years ago, that was our biggest crowd we ever had, so I'm hoping the same for that. And then Saturday is August 24th, Kenzie's birthday. That is the Meister as well as our girls golf invite. So it's a busy next week and a half for athletics. Everything's getting started. And, yeah. Woohoo, baby.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. That's been a good podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Derek, we always, at the end, you wouldn't know because you don't listen to the podcast, but we always do shout-outs at the end of each episode. So you can shout out anybody you want. And, before that, though, any parting words of advice for our listeners?
Go Bears!
Yeah! That was great. That's fantastic.
I'm going to try my best.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Okay. So shout-outs. Derek, do you know who you want to shout out? You want us to go first?
You can go first.
All right. I know who I'm going to shout out. I have this is coming out on August 14th, which I know is Addie Puckett's 18th birthday. She let us know that last week. So happy birthday, Addie. And
she listens.
She does listen. Yeah. And as always, my wife, Kinsey, and Reese and Star. Probably Reese listens more than Kinsey does.
Without a doubt.
Yeah. Who you got?
I'm going to go Veach because I got a good hug from him when I came in.
It was a good hug.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I've got to send one out to my family.
Mm-hmm.
Mom, dad, sister. Mm-hmm. But I also want to shout out my Amazon driver really fast.
Okay.
Because he has been putting in the most work for me recently. Getting that classroom together is not easy.
You ready? Dang it, I did it again.
You need to label.
I need to label them.
Yeah.
All right.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Shout out to Amazon.
How is the classroom looking? I need to go down there now that I haven't seen it.
I love it. It's decked out in all my favorite colors. We got nice light and airy breeze. I've got carpet.
Hey.
Ooh. So did you have to get quite a bit of new stuff coming from your old room?
Some, but not all.
Okay.
Some, but not all.
Good.
All right. Well, thank you, Derek, for being here. I gave him a 12-hour notice. Yep. So he
so you texted me last night.
Yeah. Thanks for taking your prep and being with us.
Yeah.
Derek, I haven't even mentioned this podcast is sponsored by @Monroe Central AT on TikTok and Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Also, we have a sponsor, Stop and Sip in downtown Parker. Have you been there, Derek?
I haven't yet.
Stop by downtown Parker.
Yep.
Wonderful biscuits and gravy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just wonderful things in general.
Yep.
Jane and Lindsay, shout out to you.
Yep.
And then, is that all I had to say?
I think so.
I think that's all we got. All right, Derek, at the end, we always look in the... and we're also on YouTube. So we have...
doing really bad this week.
I know. It was the 12-hour notice.
we weren't prepared.
But we do have, I know people like to listen to the podcast, but we also have video that we do. So we're going to look in the camera and give them a Go Bears after 3. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Go Bears!